Hi David and G21 team, it's Chris here from Chip, and I just want to give you a video to show you how you can use the new and improved G21 pillar, which enables you to have multiple users on different pillars using the one email address, the one credentials. So you'll notice that this is on the testing server, but when we roll this out, it will look a little bit different from the other G21 intranet in the sense that previously you go to g21.com.au/intranet and you're presented with a login screen. Well, we've actually segmented that for every single pillar, so when you go to this address, what you'll be seeing is this page here. And again, this is on the testing server, but for the sake, let's just pretend that this is this address here. So you go to this page and then you get to log into the individual pillar that you're associated with. Now, if you're associated with multiple pillars as a user, that's okay. You can choose to log into any one that you want, and once you're inside the pillar, you can then toggle between the two. So you simply click on sign in and it takes you to the login page. But let's just, for the sake of this video, log in as the admin just to see what it looks like as the admin. So again, I'm just going to keep this testing server credentials here, and what you would type in is wp-admin to log in. Again, it would look like this. That's the address, that the full address of when it goes live. It'll be g21.com.au/intranet/wp-admin, but because we're on the testing server, that's not how it looks. It looks like this, so we'll just log in this way. What you need to do then is add in your credentials. So just for this one, I'll log in here, and then you'll see it's a little bit different the way that it presents as opposed to how it previously presented. And one thing you'll see is different is there's this now My Site section, and the My Sites gives you the breakdown of each of the individual pillars, and you can access them individually. Also, you notice at the top there's the G21 Intranet. This is the master account, so this is, you access this part of it when you want to add in like an admin user across the entire site. Otherwise, if you want to add a user, you need to go into that specific pillar for transport, for instance, and then add the user in there. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to click on transport. I'm going to add a brand new user to the transport pillar. So we go to users. Now, just before I go in there, you'll notice there's still a bunch of other options. This is because you're the admin, you're seeing all of this. If you were just part of this pillar as just a standard editor, you wouldn't see all these options. You'd just see the options that were previously made available in the G21 pillar. Intranet, the old one that we built. So if I click on all users, I can see all the users in this pillar, but we're going to go here and go add new. Alternatively, you could have just hovered over it and click add new. They'll both go to the same space. So once we've gone to this section here, we're presented with two options. The first option is to add someone who's already a part of an existing pillar. Let's say, for instance, it's the economic development pillar. If they've been created there, you don't need to recreate them. You can simply just assign them to this pillar by clicking add new user and searching for their email address or their username. You do need to make sure you assign them to the editor category. And you can click on skip confirmation email because they'll already have their credentials if you want. Otherwise, you can let that email go and then they'll just be sent a notification saying that they've been added to the pillar. But let's say, for instance, we're adding a brand new person in. So I'm going to call this projects. Let's call it Chip projects. And the email address is projects@chocchip.com.au. I'm going to give them the role of editor. And I'm not going to click this skip because I want to show you what the user will actually get. So again, it's really important that you click editor, but I'm going to click add new user. What this means is that that particular user, Chip projects, with the email address projects@chocchip.com.au, will be sent an invitation to join. So the user isn't created yet, just the invitation. And we can see that instantly you hear that ding sound. That's the email that's come in. So I'm going to just check here, and there it is there. So this is what it looks like. We are adding a little bit of text down the bottom that will essentially say, it will explain this a little bit more because they don't have their credentials yet. And what it will need to say is, once you click on this link here to activate your account, you'll be sent another email with your login credentials. Because what this one does is actually redirect you to the page where you can log in. And we actually want to tell people that, well, that's all well and good, but you'll still need your credentials to log in. And you get those credentials by clicking this link. So I'm going to click that link. This email as well, you'll see that it tells them which pillar they're associated with, or they're being invited to join. So you can see here they're being sent to this pillar. There's a little bit of code that tracks them and tracks the email it's coming from. And because I've actually already logged in as the admin, it's just sent me straight here into that pillar. But if I wasn't logged in, it would send me the credentials, and it will do that. So in a second, you'll see over here. It's already come through now. So here are my credentials. So my username is Chocolate Projects. This is my password, and this is where I can go to log in. Now this address essentially is, if we go all the way back, I'm just going to log out of here just to kind of finish the demonstration. If I log out of here and I go back here, back to the intranet, which will be the username, the URL will be this. But again, we're not live yet, so it's still on our testing server. If they want to log in, they need to go to transport, and they click that button, sign in. You'll notice that the login URL for this is the same as this email. It's the same as this. Now again, this will be changed once it goes live, but you'll see, there it is there. So we can log in here with our credentials, so I'm just going to grab them. This is our username, and here is our password. And I click login, and this will log us in as an editor. So we'll see it from the eyes of the person who has this account. Here you can see, here's their information. So they sent it straight to their profile page with the minutes, the notice board, the media, everything that the other pillar had. But they can generate a new password if they want, or they can change it to my password. Because it's weak, they'll need to add in some more characters, or just click that and confirm that that's the weak password. So you can see here, they're not associated with any other pillars, so all they see is transport. But let's actually go back as the admin and add that particular person, so projects at Chocolate to another pillar. So we'll go over here and log out, and we'll click leave because we don't want to change that password. It's just a fake password and it's a fake account, so that's fine. So let's go back here and we'll log in as the admin again. Alright, we're going to go here, type in the admin. Let's go back to that same process, but this time we're going to add them to a different pillar. So let's go down here to users, and we'll see, oh sorry, I've made a mistake already. We're in the master account, so we need to change that to the transport account. Actually, no, let's choose the account that we want to add them to. So let's go environment. All right, we're in the environment pillar now. Let's go users, add a new. Add new. You can see that they're not a part of this pillar yet, but we will make them part of it. So we're going to type in here, Chocolate Products. You can see it's thinking, and that's the actual name of the user, so it's fine, it's accepted it. But if I typed in Chocolate, it's going to search and give me a suggestion. These are all the ones, so it's saying here, Chocolate Projects, what about this person? Yep, that's the person we want. We want to assign them as an editor, and we can skip this because they've already received the email. We can add existing user. Now, what it will do is we'll add them straight away to this pillar. They've been added. If we click over here on users, we will see that they're in there now, when they weren't previously. So let's go over here and log out, and we'll log in as that particular user in the environment one. So we go back here. I'm just going to grab these credentials again. So we go environment, sign in. Here is my username, and here is my password. You'll notice the same password that we used for the transport pillar, because they're the same user. But now we've just been assigned to a different pillar. So it actually lets us in because we've been assigned to it, and we're in the environment one. But if I click my sites, I can now see that I have access to either of the two. So I can click on transport if I want, and it takes me to the transport page. Although if I click on environment, it will take me to the environment page. So that's essentially how you can navigate between the two. So now we're in transport. If we go back over here, click on my sites, we can go back to the environment one by clicking here. So again, we're the same user, we have the same credentials, but now we've been associated with two different pillars. And you can scale that up to all 8 pillars if you so wish. I hope this video was educational and you get a firm understanding of how it now works. Again, remember, if you want to add a new admin, you add it to that top level one, G21 Intranet. Otherwise, you add it to a specific pillar. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us here at Chalkchip at support@chalkchip.com.au. Otherwise, give us a call here on 5234 5360. See ya.